Well, hello from Cambridge. Hello from the Cambridge Institute of Marketing Practice, and welcome to the Swamp. As you may have already discovered, this is not the only Swamp video on this YouTube channel. Swamp is something of a shapeshifter. It comes in several guises. True, swamps do all have certain commonality. A swamp is always about marketing, always about brands, and a swamp is always about making money. But each speaks to a different audience. This specific swamp is strictly for senior marketing managers, high flyers, who are near the top of the tree, not quite there, but probably planning to make the final move into the boardroom soon. Swamp may be just what you need to make that last jump. Swamp could be your key to that heavily guarded boardroom door. Okay, let's get going. Swamp can open the door to the boardroom, but only if you know the password. What's going on behind the boardroom door? What do the directors already seated at the table have to deliver to justify their titles, generous paychecks, and equally generous pensions? Well, more than anything else, directors must deliver the goods for shareholders. Directors must deliver income. Directors must deliver profits and cash. Directors must deliver asset growth, money for investors. The Companies Act of 2006 is very focused. Before anything else, the board must promote the success of the company for the benefit of its shareholders. Let's repeat that. Success of the company for the benefit of its shareholders. No fog in the law. At the end of the day, the board depends entirely on the goodwill of shareholders. Shareholders own the business. Shareholders hire directors. Shareholders fire directors. Shareholders reward directors. In the boardroom, shareholders really matter. So what do shareholders want? Shareholders are investors. Investors invest money to make money in dividends, interest and asset growth. They expect to get back more money than they put in. Ideally, lots more. They expect their money to grow. So the board's job is really quite straightforward, to grow money for shareholders. So your job as a director will be to grow money for shareholders. And that's it, simples. So, 2 questions. First, do you grow money right now? Most marketing managers don't. I don't know what your job spec is, so I have to make an informed guess. Here's one for a senior marketing manager. Drive campaigns, develop digital marketing and communication strategies, design social media strategies, mine data, analyze market trends and competitors, manage budgets, write briefs, proposals, copy, give presentations, communicate effectively, develop customers, prepare annual marketing plans, create a calendar of campaigns and events. Make money? Well, nowhere here. For the shareholder? Hoo-hee. So back to the question. Do you grow money for shareholders? As if you don't, you'd better get going fast. Or no boardroom. Second question. Does the board recognize you make money? Are you seen as a bottom-line manager? Because until you are recognized as a moneymaker, you're going to stay outside that door. But the good news is that once you can answer yes, yes, I do make money in shed loads for shareholders, and yes, the board recognizes that, you're on your way to a long stay in the boardroom and beyond. And that's where Swamp comes in. With Swamp, you will make money for shareholders, and you will be seen as a rainmaker. Swamp is your best friend. Swamp can make you a director. So what is Swamp? Swamp is an acronym, a matrix, and a toolkit. Well, obviously Swamp is an acronym. Check out those full stops. More on each letter later. Less obviously, Swamp is a matrix. A matrix? Well, a matrix, says the dictionary, is an environment in which something develops and grows. A matrix may be anatomical, biological, mathematical, organizational, but a matrix is always a place which nurtures growth. So what growth is nurtured in the Swamp matrix? The straight answer is money. Money for those shareholders, which is good for the board and good for you. But money has to be stored. And in Swamp, money is stored in a brand. Let's pause a moment to reflect on the pivotal role of brands. We marketers easily forget where the center of gravity of marketing lies, especially in the spinning galaxy of digital marketing, social media, campaigns, big data, customers, and all the other stuff we do every day. we easily forget that at the beating heart of marketing lies a brand. We know it, but we tend to take it for granted. We know that it is a brand that generates cash income. We also know that it is a brand that delivers premium pricing and profits. And we know, but often forget, that a brand stores money. A brand is a financial asset. Okay, an intangible asset, mostly off balance sheet, unless it was acquired, not built in-house, but a brand is a real and valuable financial asset. A promise of future cash flows, and worth a lot of cash if the brand is sold. Brands store money. So in the swamp matrix, income grows, profits grow, money grows, and cash is stored, all in the brand piggy bank. It's a good-looking matrix, especially for shareholders. The swamp matrix, of course, was not born in the fens of East Anglia. A matrix which frames effective marketing and nurtures valuable brands is nothing new. The first brands matrix came into existence 184 years ago on the banks of the Ohio River. In 1837, Cincinnati hosted a modest start-up named after its two founders, two young candle makers, partners in the brand new Procter & Gamble Company. By 2020, P&G Global sales was $70 billion, with gross income of $36 billion and gross profit of over 50%. And not just profit, asset value too. Brands nurtured in the Procter matrix, by some estimates, are worth some $300 billion today. Individual brand cash value can be pretty impressive too. P&G sold Pringles in 2012 to Kellogg's for some $3 billion. Duracell in 2014 was sold to Warren Buffett for about the same, and the beauty brands Max Factor and CoverGirl, with a few extras, fetched a cool $13 billion from Coty in 2015. The P&G matrix from which Swamp is derived is a model well-tried and well-tested. But a matrix alone isn't enough. Sadly for investors, but happily for ambitious marketers, money and brands don't grow spontaneously, even in a matrix. A matrix is a framework, an environment which favors growth. It doesn't stimulate growth. That requires human agency, a human construct. We call it marketing. To morph brands from names and labels into profitable assets requires action. Marketers must market, we managers must manage the money-making process. And we need a clear and credible roadmap, a toolkit to get the job done. The SWAMP acronym provides that roadmap, a toolkit to get the job done, a toolkit to convince the board. So let's turn now to SWAMP as toolkit. P&G have a toolkit. I know it very well indeed. I am a retired proctoid. I spent many years there using the P&G toolkit to make money for a lot of P&G stockholders. But there are just 5 P&G secrets that really count and mirrored in SWAMP. First, each brand is managed as an independent profit center. Precise sales and financial objectives are set. Each brand has a dedicated brand manager accountable for delivering on those objectives. Second, each brand is weaponized. Every brand has clear strategic direction, especially a distinguishing strategy for product design and a distinguishing strategy for the brand's advertising message. Third, each brand is advertised efficiently and effectively. Choice of medium, efficiency, matters, but of much greater importance is copy, the message. The message must be distinguishing, that's effective. Fourth, each brand's progress against financial goals is tightly measured and monitored. Fifth, and each brand, over time, reaps the rewards of sustained profitability flowing from growing customer loyalty. The SWAMP acronym distills Procter expertise, maps the way, and provides a reliable toolkit for building brands as financial assets. S for sets individual brand financial objectives for income, profit, and brand cash value, BCV. And S for structures the organization to deliver. Each brand has a dedicated brand manager accountable for delivering on those objectives. W for weaponizes each brand strategically to achieve its objectives. A for advertises a brand efficiently and effectively. M for measures and monitors progress against financial objectives. And P for delivers profits as each brand climbs its loyalty ladder. And it's all for shareholders. Okay, let's sew this up. How does this get you through the boardroom door? Of course, you know what a brand is. You know that it's brands that deliver income and profits, and you also know that brands can store a lot of money. But that is not obvious in the boardroom. The board does not understand that brands generate income. You do. The board doesn't understand that brands generate profits. You do. And the board doesn't recognize brands' cash value or how to measure it until sale time. And you do. Swamp is your advocate. Swamp puts your brands center stage. Swamp maps out a pathway to making money for the shareholder with your brands. Swamp is a proven winner based on well-established practice at P&G and elsewhere. And only you, the experienced marketer, know how to deliver. Adding Swamp to your armory doesn't guarantee your easy entry to the boardroom, nor does it mean an end to your customer-driven programs, your marketing strategies and plans, your campaigns, data analysis, social media programs, digital know-how, etc. On the contrary, making money with brands needs all of that and more. But put it all together and you can make it. Swamp wraps what you do already into one bundle, which makes shareholders happy. Coming up is a short video filling out the acronym from S for Set Objectives to P for Profit. Click through here or drop us an email. As McDonald's advertising memorably said back in the 70s, we do it all for you. We do it here in Cambridge, here in the Swamp.